Then with regard to this week, then to begin with point 118, obviously following on from point 117, wal arshu wal kursiyu haqqun, and the throne and the footstool are true. Then comes point number 118, wa huwa mustaghnin anil arsh wa ma dunahu, and he, meaning Allah, and he has no need of the throne and whatever is beneath it. Shaykh al-Fawzan, hafidhahullah, said, do not imagine that the meaning of his saying, He the Most High, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْأَرْشِ, Surah Al-A'raf, the 7th surah, ayah 54, with the explanation, and then He, Allah, ascended upon the throne. Shaykh al-Fawzan said, do not imagine that the meaning of that is that He has need of the throne. Don't imagine that Allah's ascending over the throne means that He has any need of the throne, the Arsh. Just as someone from the creation would mount something from the creation. Don't think it's like the mounting or ascending upon something of the creation. Somebody from the creation ascending or mounting upon something from the creation. Don't think that. He said, rather Allah, the mighty and majestic, ascended upon the throne, and He has no need of the throne, nor of whatever is beneath the throne. All of the created beings are in total need of Allah. And he quotes the ayah, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُمْسِكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ أَن تَزُولَا وَلَئِنْ زَالَتَا إِنْ أَمْسَكَهُمَا مِنْ أَحَدٍ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ. Surah Fatir, the 35th surah, ayah 41, with the explanation. Allah holds the heavens and the earth so that they do not fall away from their places. And if they fell away, if they moved away, then none besides Him could hold them. Shaykh al-Fawzan said, so He, meaning Allah, He holds and supports the throne, and He holds and supports the heavens, and He holds and supports the earth and all the created beings by His power and His might. So they are in need of Him, and He has no need of them. He, the one free of all imperfections and the Most High. Then he said, and the fact that something is above something else does not necessitate that the thing which is higher has need of the thing which is beneath. That doesn't necessarily follow at all. The fact that one thing is higher and above another thing, it doesn't mean that the higher thing has any need of the thing beneath it. He said, so the heavens are above the earth, and they are not in need of the earth. I mean, all the heavens, they're above the earth, but they are not in need of the earth. So he's making the point there, don't think that Allah is in need of the throne. Don't think that. Then with regard to a point here from Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah, then he said at this point in his small notes, he said, the explainer rahimahullah ta'ala said, Ibn Abil Izz, he said, the Shaykh at-Tahawiyyah rahimahullah, he mentioned this speech here, having already mentioned the Arsh, the throne, and the Kursi, the footstool. So then afterwards he mentions that He has no need, He the Perfect has no need of the throne and whatever is beneath the throne. And that's why Tahawiyyah mentions this point here directly after last week's point. It mentioned Allah's throne and His kursi. Now he mentions this point to show that Allah the Perfect has no need of that throne and whatever is beneath it, to make clear that His creating the throne to ascend over it is not because He had any need of it. He didn't create it because He needed to ascend over it, no. To make clear that His creating the throne to ascend over it was not because He had any need of it. Rather, for a great wisdom which was necessitated. I mean, there's great wisdom in the creation of the throne, so that's why He created it. And the fact that something above is above the thing which is beneath does not necessitate that the lower thing contains or encompasses or carries the higher thing. Nor does it mean that that thing which is higher is in need of that which is lower. So the Lord the Most High is far greater and more tremendous than His Highness should necessitate this. Then he said, rather Allah's being high, His Highness, results in qualities particular to Him, and in His bearing and carrying whatever is beneath. By His power, I mean, Allah supports everything in the creation by His power. And it necessitates the total need of the lower things for Him. And the fact that He, the Perfect, has no need whatsoever of what is beneath Him. And it necessitates, Allah's being above, necessitates His encompassing everything. He, the Mighty and Majestic. So He is above the throne. And He, by His power, supports the throne and its carriers. I mean, the Arsh is carried by the 8 angels. And it is Allah who supports and carries the throne and who supports and carries those who are carrying the throne. Allah supports all of that with His power. And He has no need of the throne. And the throne is in need of Him. And He encompasses the throne. And the throne does not encompass Him. And He confines the throne, and it does not confine Him. And all of these things are not possible for the creation. Then he said, and those people who deny al-ulu, those who deny that Allah is Allah's Highness, the people who deny His attributes, if they only accepted this detailed explanation, then they would be guided to the correct path. And they would know that intellect is in accordance with the text. And they would be proceeding behind the proof. However, they depart from the proof, so they go astray from the correct way. And the affair in that regard is just as Imam Malik rahimahullah said when he was asked about the saying of Allah the Most High, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ, Surah Al-A'raf, the 7th Surah, Ayah 53, with the explanation, then He ascended over the throne. He was asked about this and other things. So someone asked him, كَيْفَ اسْتَوَى, how did He ascend? So Imam Malik replied, Istiwa, ascending, is known, and how is unknown. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Then likewise, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, in Ta'arud al-Aql wal-Naql, he makes the same point. That is from Allah's great power, His tremendous power, that He supports the throne and whoever is carrying the throne. And they only support the throne because of power given to them by Allah.